Hello, welcome to Liqui-Dirt. I'm Corey, and let's get started. Today we're going to talk about how to take care of our RockWool blocks and get those ready for our hydroponic units. It's a very easy process. There's just a few steps to know about. Well, first of all, we're going to take a look at our RockWool blocks. There's usually a depression in the top that's where you're going to put your seed to get these started. Now what I like to do is I like to pre-insert them into my actual cups that's going to go in the hydroponic unit. That does two things for us. One, it means that if there's any loose debris coming off of the RockWool, the little particles, that through the process that we're going to do, those will be washed away, so when we put them in our hydroponic unit, it's not going to clog up any jets or pumps or anything, which is a good step. The second thing is the bottom is kept raised off of the cup here. And that's going to help us out when we go to do our seeds. And we'll show that in another video. But let's get started on how to condition our RockWool. So to start with, we just take an empty cup and our RockWool with the seed hole facing up. And we just place that inside and press that down firmly, but not enough to crush the RockWool, until it's about 1/8 of an inch below the depression here. Now I've already got several of these finished, so I'll do one more. So the inserting of our RockWool is very simple. What we're going to do is just press it into the hole and then press it firmly down inside of the planter. And the cup just like that. Now I'll show some detailed photos of this as well. So now that we have all of our cups loaded with our RockWool, it's time for the next step. So we're going to place those inside of a tote or container that's deep enough so that we can put enough water to just come up to the edge of our RockWool once we get them in here. And so there's our RockWool inside of our container. Now, I have enough pH balanced water to take care of this job. To learn how to pH balance your water naturally, please see our other video on pH balancing naturally. So we'll go ahead and we'll add the water. Up until just the edge of where our RockWool is. So what I like to do at this point is to check our pH of our water. Now our pH of our water is 6.4 right now. Now before I added the RockWool, I made sure that our pH of our water was 6.0. So we can see that it's already risen. That's why we're going to let this stand for an hour, and then we'll come back and check the pH one more time. And I like to just put a loose lid on top of this if I'm going to be leaving it, just so something doesn't fall into it. And so now we're back after an hour, and we'll check that pH one more time. And our pH looks to be about 6.5. And so it's at our upper tier of where we would like to see our water to be. So what I'm going to do is to set these aside to drain. Let these drain for 15 minutes. And we will discard this water. And after 15 minutes, we'll repeat the process. And so now that it's 15 minutes later, we'll set these back into our container. And we will add some more pH stabilized water. Again, 6.0. And now we'll set this aside for another hour. So we've let that stand for its final hour, and let's check and see what our pH is. And our pH is 6.1. So that's really close to 6.0. So we'll be good with that. So the next step that we need to do to prepare for our seeds to go in them is we're going to take these out and we're going to let these drain for an hour to an hour and a half. And we can discard this water. So I already have some that we have already prepared and that have already sat for the hour. And so our next step in our preparation is to get these ready for seeds. So that's where we're going to use our Liqui-Dirt. And what we're going to do is just agitate this slightly. And we're going to put 2 capfuls inside of our vat here. There's 1 capful. And there's 2 capfuls. Now you want to do 1 capful for about every 4 pots that you do. The next step is going to be adding 6.0 pH water just about an inch deep. Just about like that. And then the last thing to do is to just agitate the water slightly, just to make sure that the Liqui-Dirt is mixed throughout the water. Now let this stand for at least an hour before you plant your seeds. If you're still getting your seeds ready, you can take this and cover it, stick it into a dark place, and it will last for up to a week while you get your seeds ready. Well, thank you for watching, and that's as easy as it is to prep your actual pots. So you're going to soak them until they match a 6.0 pH. And then you're going to add 2 capfuls of Liqui-Dirt into an inch of water, just enough so that they'll absorb the Liqui-Dirt. And then they're ready for planting. And remember, they'll hold inside that container with the Liqui-Dirt for up to a week, getting you enough time so that you can prepare your seeds for planting. And it doesn't matter if you're using RockWool or the organic alternative peat moss or any other type of material that you want to use to plant your hydroponics in. All the steps are followed in the exact same way. Make sure that you pH balance your blocks before you start, and your plants will be off to a great success. Thank you again for watching Liqui-Dirt. My name's Corey, and thank you for joining me.